Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Coach Charlie YouTube channel, and yes, I've had a fresh trim. Now that is all set to come for the Alton Towers trip. I've got my fresh trim ready for that Alton Towers trip. So if you are needing to spot me around the park, just look for the hoodie if you can't recognise the trim, because I had really long hair in the last video. No, we put on some good videos yesterday. The top 5 currently existing flat rides list for the top 5 series, and of course the permission to build Marvel Land at Disney's California Adventure. But we've got 2 new videos coming today. We've got one coming on later about 2020 at Silver Dollar City, but this video is a speculation video from Flamingo Land Resort. Now, while this 10 looping coaster, dubbed Inversion, is being constructed, and to be fair, I've had a lot of comments below the videos in those 10 looping coaster episodes of Newsroom saying, oh, if it's called Inversion, it won't be a good name. You know, they need to choose something better. I do agree with that, but me knowing Flamingo Land's marketing department, if it's still the same marketing department that did the logo for Pterodactyl, etc. in 2012, which is the Zamperla vertical swing in that Dynastone Park section, if I know if it's the same team for the Pterodactyl marketing, if it's the same team doing this, even though it may be called, if it is called Inversion, which most people won't want, I do think they'll still do a great job with the logo, because like I said, if I know marketing department at Flamingo Land, they'll do something great with the logo if it's called Inversion. But of course, many of us don't want it to be called Inversion, but we'll just wait and see on that. But also, while that's being constructed, there's been some speculation from a subscriber. Now, I don't know if he's subscribed, so you know who you are, who commented this on one of the planned videos. Hello out there to you. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If any of you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe in the channel link down below, and of course press the subscribe button, click notification bell so you never miss a YouTube video. And he commented saying he overheard some staff talking about it being the last year of operation for one of their coasters. Now, which coaster I hear you ask? Well, you can probably tell by the thumbnail. It is Hero. Now, Hero is the worst coaster in my opinion in the world. Now, of course, I'm still yet to do the likes of El Condor at Wallaby Holland. You know, there's other European coasters out there that I'm sure are terrible. But at the minute, Hero at Flamingo Land, the Zamperla Volare flight coaster that opened as part of a 3 rides package in 2013, is the worst coaster I've ever done. Ultimate and Infusion look like Nemesis and Shambhala compared to Hero. And I'm still yet to do Shambhala. Hopefully try and get out there to Port Ventura as soon as possible to do Shambhala. Expedition Al Himalaya, the B&M Hyper. But also, now the rumour, of course, overhearing the staff talking, he said that they overheard them saying that this was Hero's last season of operation, or last year of operation, and it's scheduled to be apparently removed over the 2019 winter season. Now this could tell us, now if this is true, right, we're going to take this a pinch of salt. First of all, if it is true, the Lords of Theme Parks have finally delivered something positive to this park. If it is going, then that leaves us with 2 main things. 1, we could be seeing more than just a 10 looper in 2020, or 2, they're preparing the site for future development, 2021 or 2022. Now, of course, we know how Flamingo like to hold off on their sites for future development. You look at when Corkscrew was removed from the park in 2011, and you look how they haven't used that part of the site until now with this 10 looper dubbed Inversion. But you sort of look at it and you think, well, thank God Hero's going, because Pleasurewood Hills got the best deal of the stick. If you don't know what this whole deal is, basically, I'm going to take you right back to when the Wild Mouse was operating at Flamingo Land. It closed at the end of the 2012 season, and it was relocated to open for 2014 at Pleasurewood Hills in Lowestoft, called Marble Madness. That was apparently a great ride. I never got to experience the Wild Mouse. You know, because my only visit to Flamingo Land so far has been in that opening year of Hero, Twistosaurus, and Cyclosaurus, or Cyclosaur, whatever it's called. And I'll talk about that deal in a little bit. But yeah, Wild Mouse was sent over. 2013, they built this new coaster in the Wild Mouse site. They also built the Zamperla Magic Bike, Cyclosaur, and of course Twistosaurus, which is their Zamperla Junior spinning coaster, as well as retheming a couple of other attractions in and around that area to form Dynastone Park. Now, of course, Hero is on the Wild Mouse site, so That's in the Metropolis section near Velocity and where this 10 looping coaster is, but of course where Corkscrew once was. Now, of course, with Hero, they also moved the rocking tour, which used to be in front of Thunder Mountain's facade. Thunder Mountain, of course, was an old indoor Pinfari coaster. They moved that from the facade of that, which got demolished in the end. They moved that rocking tug over to next to Hero when it became Vortex and it was rethemed to Vortex. So you sort of look at that and you think, well, you've got the Hero site and you've also got Vortex if you want to possibly relocate that. So, of course, you've got this sort of trade deal with Pleasurewood Hills. You've got the 3 rides package for 2013. Twistosaurus is a decent family coaster. Not the best family coaster I've done, but it's alright. Cyclosaur is a ride that I'm still yet to do. And Hero is just the worst, like I've said. So if this is true, there are, in my opinion, 2 main possibilities if they want to go for a thrilling coaster to replace Hero, if it is getting replaced in the next couple of years, between 2020 and 2023 at least. Now, take this to pinch of salt. Again, these 2 predictions are what I think works best for the park. I could have easily said S&S 43 spin, but that's way out of Flamingoland's budget in my opinion. I think because they're getting this relocated 10 looper, I don't think they're going to be spending much on thrilling coasters. So I want to look at 2 compact thrilling coasters that I think could still be within Flamingoland's budget, especially with the funds and the money that's set to come in when they open this 10 looper. People are going to soar into that park, so they're going to get an even bigger budget for the future. And 2 rides that I look at as possible replacements for that Hero site. I mean, the Metropolis theme, many people said should have gone a long time ago because it's a bit of a clash of themes in that area with Seaside Adventure, the Flamingoland 1, which is the Grand Prix attraction, and of course this Metropolis section. And of course Muddy Duck Farm, which sort of merged sort of in the back end of that. It's sort of become one mixed match park. So they need to sort of work on a master plan first of all to sort of split up their themed areas. But for that Hero site, whatever theme they decide to go for, I think there's only 2 potential rides you can look at to possibly go into that site. And that is a ride that's similar to either Fury, which is opening this year, I believe in a couple of weeks, at Barbajon Land in over in Europe, or a Tigris from Busch Gardens Tampa. Now, that means that my prediction is either a Gerstlauer triple launch, or like a Fury, or maybe a Gold Rush over at Slegharen in the Netherlands, or a Premier Skyrocket 2, Tigris, Superman Ultimate Flight, Phobia Fear Coaster at Lake Compounce, the Zombie Ride at Bosque Mexidos, whatever it's called in Mexico. You know, smaller parks in those regional areas add Premier Skyrocket 2s. Big parks add Skyrocket 2s. Flamingoland could be the first park in the UK to add a Skyrocket 2, the UK's first triple launch coaster. Now, in my opinion, it is the first triple launch coaster in the UK if they decide to go for the Premier version or the Gerstlauer version. Now, the Gerstlauer version, there's been some decent reviews from Gold Rush. Obviously, we're still yet to hear the reviews come in for when it opens in a couple of weeks about Fury at Barbajon Land. Of course, there's that added element of a possible, you know, world's first, you know, backwards, forwards choice option. Obviously, if you haven't heard about that, basically with Fury, what they're going to do is they're going to have the car come in and riders can vote. There's 12 people in each car that they're going to send, and viewers vote to whether they want to face forward on the ride or backward. So if it's tied, then the CPU, the controller, chooses the side at random, forwards or backwards. So I think that's a really good way to, and again, if that works on Fury, and Flamingoland said, hey, Fury looks great in Europe, we want that for the UK, there's a great possibility here you could easily have that option on their version as well. Now, the Premier Skyrocket 2 version, whether it's a 2-car or a 3-car, you know, Tempesto's a 3-car, and I'm pretty sure the extended one, not the compact Skyrocket 2 that I'm talking about, but I'm sure the one that's been planned for SeaWorld Orlando, rumoured to be called Gyrfalcon, or Gyrfalcon, whatever it's pronounced. It's G-Y-R and then Falcon, G-Y-R and then Falcon, for next year. I'm sure that's going to have a 3-car, even though it's not Skyrocket 2, it's a bit more of an extended model, with the quadruple launch even. You know, I'm pretty sure that's going to be at least a 3-car, if not a 4-car maybe. So I think if they're going to look at Skyrocket 2 for the Hero site, I do think that the 2, possibly 3-car option is best. I think a 3-car option just because of capacity and things like that. Now you're sort of thinking, well, you've got the Rockington Vortex there. You know, obviously I've seen the Hero site, and the Skyrocket 2 would fit perfectly just in that Hero site. Restructure the queue. Maybe if you sort of relocate Vortex anyway, you could have a bit more area for queuing area, because it's going to be an even more thrilling coaster than the Volare Flying Coaster that's possibly being removed. So you'd have to maybe make an extended queue, because it's going to be an even more thrilling ride, and it's going to be a bigger capacity ride, so you're going to need more people to wait in the line, etc. The Gerstlauer triple launch, you're going to need the Rockington Vortex to go anyway, and be relocated somewhere else, because that's going to take up a hell of a lot more land. I don't think they're going to add a Zack spin, because they've been getting bad reviews all around. Obviously, Green Lantern First Flight's SBNO. I'm pretty sure that's going to be relocated somewhere else. There's been rumours of Laron, like I mentioned in a previous video, you know, weeks ago now. Can't believe it's been weeks, like about a week or so since that video's been up. I could have said an SNS 43 spin, but like I said, that's not really in Flamingo Land's budget, in my opinion. So I think a Skyrocket 2 and a Gerstlauer triple launch, like a Fury or a Gold Rush, I think that's more, maybe just in Flamingo Land's price range, but I think it's more suited for that area. Obviously, if they wanted an outstretched coaster, then I would have said, you know, if there's an area behind the Rocking Tug that you want to use as well, I'd say Matt Big Dipper all the way. Absolutely all the way. Or if you, I'd take this a pinch of salt if you wanted to, if you want to sort of outstretch it, maybe relocate Mumbo Jumbo to Hero's site, and then on Mumbo Jumbo's site, have the Matt Dipper and have it outstretched around the rockwork entrance of Kumali, so you got a coaster running around it. I don't know. I don't think a Mad Big Dipper is going to be in the price range of Flamingo Land anyway. I mean, Frazzy Pop alone out of theirs, you know, and yeah, that's been going down really well. Dynamite. And of course, Lost Gravity at Wallaby Holland. So again, in Europe and in the UK specifically, it's not completely out of the question, but I think a Mac Dipper is more rumoured for Blackpool Pleasure Beach in the next few years. So I think a Mac Dipper is best suited for Blackpool Pleasure Beach. And I think Flamingo Land should just focus on a different coaster for that Hero site. So leave Mumbo Jumbo where it is. That was just a wild goose chase prediction. But I do think that either a Premier Skyrocket 2 or a Gerstlauer triple launch like Fury or Gold Rush is best for that Hero site if it is set to go over the winter period. If it is set to go, the heavens have opened. And I just want this coaster to be gone. Loads of people want this coaster to be gone. Some people will take it as a pinch of salt and say it's not true because it's someone saying they've overheard staff talking. Fair enough, your opinion. I'm going to take it as a pinch of salt for now and say it's not true for now. But of course, someone's reported it. I need to speak about it. And I feel like it needs to be touched on. So thank you very much for watching this speculation video on the future of Hero, you know. Is it going? Is it staying? Please let it go. Please let it be true. I want this Hero to be gone over the close season. And of course, if we spot track removal or any confirmations from the park that Hero will be flying no more after 2019, then I will put it in a separate video, and I'll do a separate video on the announcement of Hero's closure. So thank you very much for watching this YouTube video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss a YouTube video. If you don't watch any more videos during the week, I will see you on Saturday if you're there for Alton Towers Resort. Cannot wait. And I'll see you guys in the next video soon. Take care. Have an awesome day, my friends.